Oh my
month.
goodness.
A month. I can look at Citizen and I can look at any major network in Kenya and just laugh at them.
Even 3 million is a lot nowadays. Who watches
I
TV?
do
Who watches
17.
TV in Kenya? Who watches TV in Kenya? Nobody.
Who watches TV? Who watches in yeah, exactly. Who watches TV in Kenya?
Dr. Ezekiel Mutua reached out to Mbaramba because of what you did. It was not because of Citizen. No.
Facts. Facts.
Mbaramba was rescued by Silvana Sosoro, not Citizen TV. It's because of your platform.
Facts. Facts.
So, I mean, people have moved away from the mainstream media where bureaucracy, control of information, censorship. Yeah. If today Vu says America is misinformed, ABC will put a word and they will cut that misinformed and they will say Vu says America is informed. But in TikTok, right, nobody is censoring you. Nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
So it's also what is happening in Europe. The last year, 2 years ago, they passed the European Union Data Privacy Act.
Yeah.
That punished over 4 billion euros to Facebook for breaching data privacy.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, very many times European.
You guys remember there was this guy. This guy went and down the guy who actually started this data breach thing with Facebook back then. He went and downloaded all his data on Facebook. He said, I want to get all my data, and he printed it out, and then he started the process.
Yeah,
bro, Galma, you're so eloquent with knowledge. Thank you, bro. Man. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you, man. So for European Union, that's what is happening. And European Union, it's not because of anything that 5G was not implemented in the UK. They said not because of anything. I want people to go and check on these people called the lobbyists. These are people who are seated in the Wall Street. They are seated in the Manhattan. They're not in the Congress.
Facts.
They are in good suits. But they are sent by the big companies like Apple, the big Apple, the Intel, the Googles, the YouTube. They send them and they tell them, if TikTok is not going to be pounded, we are losing more on revenue. And so, honestly, I mean, that's what is happening. And I want to finish by saying, you need to know why Airbus is not, you need to know why Airbus, one of the most safe planes in the world, is not sold in America, while they are busy bashing us with their Boeing. The Boeing is failing.
Their Boeing is just is falling off every day. I mean, you're seeing what's going on. You see. But we've had 2 Boeing incidences in 1 week. The one that first there was one Boeing that took off, then the engine started exploding. Luckily, nobody got hurt. Had to do an emergency landing. Then, not even a day later, another Boeing machine takes off, and the wheels are falling off from the sky.
Yeah. I think it was United Airlines, something like that.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, hold up. I gotta keep reminding the people, because people like the brother is in Wakanda. The brother is in Africa. The brother is in Nairobi.
Yeah. The other day, I think today, there was a Boeing 77 Dreamliner that had its fuel tank leaking when it was taking off.
Facts.
I think it's in America. So, I mean, there is what we call protectionism that countries do. The reason why Americans are pushing people to buy Boeing and yet it's not working, it's because of that. And now China, last year, they have started producing their largest fleet of airlines as we are speaking. China. Okay.
Yeah. So
I want to tell Americans, I'm really sorry, you are going to lose out. If there will be a global revolution, Americans are going to be left out. If this ban is going to be implemented.
Now.
Yeah, so I mean, and then finally,
someone's already saying this person should be our president.
No.
Let me tell you something. What you're actually witnessing right now at Vote TV is what I call, now this is presidential talk. This is what this is the knowledge. Guys, take notes. If you come to Vote TV, bring a notepad and bring a pen, because you're gonna learn something. Somebody's saying maybe he's in Marsabit. I love seeing it. No.
Actually, Vu, and now people should also lead the strategic view here. And One thing is, as we are speaking, things are not good looking for Joe Biden. In the 4th of November elections, things are not looking good. If he's going to regain his seat, it might be very slim. And now, one thing you do is, there is a lot of young people on TikTok who are really pushing for a lot of political conversation in America. And if you are saying TikTok is bad, why did Joe Biden 2020 politics and 2020 campaign? He opened a TikTok account, Joe Biden, go and check. So the very same guy who is now pushing for the ban had an account that he was campaigning with before this happened. Okay? So what's happening?
I mean, right now there's so many. I'm actually, as much as you keep on sharing this information, people in the chat are debating where you're from. Somebody saying Marsabit, somebody saying from Misiolo. Listen, where he comes from,
yeah,
the knowledge the brother is bringing, and you know what I'm gonna do, Galma. I'm very spontaneous. I would like you to be coming here. We're gonna be having panels and having this kind of conversation. Do you see? I haven't even picked up any other guest.
Thank you, man. And you see, my brother Vu.
Yes, bro.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
So 4th of November is coming. So
yes,
somebody needs to censor an information that is going to favor his group over Donald Trump.
Yes.
That is number one. Number two, Joe Biden is looking to who the voters of the Democratic Party, a good number of them are octogenarians and are older people also, whom when you check his popularity rating, it is really low. So by passing TikTok, ban and everything, and purportedly bringing the notion for the importance of national security, something Americans are so much obsessed with. An American will check into your napkin and say, this is a threat to national security. I don't know why Americans are that way. But now, this is also a strategy for Joe Biden to try to relax, to try to ban something, to try to win the so-called the millions of the Big Apple who will back his campaign. You get the point?
Bro, y'all better be having your pants. Y'all better be having your pants and notepads, because this brother is dropping knowledge. It's incredible.
I mean, this is honesty. I mean, today, if TikTok will be banned, Facebook will profit, and Zuckerberg will say, I'm going to give some money towards the Democratic Party. That's what lobbyists do.
But you know what, bro? You know, and that's exactly what Donald Trump said. Remember, Donald Trump was banned from Facebook, and he hasn't been in good terms with Meta. So Trump said, okay, if you ban TikTok, you're going to give so much power to Facebook, which he said in his own words. If you look at the post on Truth Social, he said, which in his own words is an enemy to the people. Trump says Facebook is an enemy to the people.
That is it. That is
okay.
It. I mean,
a quick question, by the way. The comments, there's a lot of comments down here as we continue. Someone says, hey, bro, where did you go to school? I want to take my kid there.
But I went to school to Maseno University in Kisumu. I graduated last year.
Yes.
Maseno is in Kisumu.
Yeah, Maseno High School, yeah.
So, bro, and also another thing as far as that is concerned is we are occasioning these lobbyists, trying to push for this interest. And basically, Joe Biden is going to get a lot of money from the Big Apple.
Yeah.
And people should also know Facebook has been selling data to third-party providers.
Facts.
When
Can we
open today, Facebook,
take them back? Take them. Yeah, go ahead. Finish that thought.
Today, when my brother Vu opens Google and he searches iPhone 15, you are shocked that the advert for iPhone 15 comes on Facebook that you are using.
Do you guys know that? You can actually be sitting in your room and you just say iPhone 15.
Yeah.
And then you open up your Facebook and then you find an iPhone 15 ad right there. That's what he's talking about.
Yes.
Let's continue.
Basically, they are selling your data to a third-party providers.
Yes.
Today, if the federal government says that VU has done 1, 2, 3, 4, they are going to open the servers and everything and provide the information. So
that's right.
People should do away with this notion that Facebook is this darling, Facebook is this good.
Absolutely not.
Child pornography on Facebook, countless. There have been human trafficking on Facebook. There have been abuse on Facebook and everything.
Facts.
At least one thing I love TikTok. Today, if somebody insults VU, there is filtration of comments. Comments are filtered.
Facts. Yes, you can go to your moderation. You can even control what you want to see. And and yes, it's all in the font settings. Thank you very much. And there's something I want to say. The good thing, and that's one thing I like about TikTok. You can just go to your settings and actually filter out what you don't want to watch or who you don't want to watch.
And the other day they were saying, oh, TikTok has a data privacy issue, data breach. I mean, all these are unfounded. And finally,
so we call it BS.
Really what I would like to say also, Vu, as far as this is concerned, is we live in the era of information sharing. Like today, anything that is happening in Africa, somebody gets it on TikTok right away.
Yes.
I saw the other day during the time of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Yes, go ahead. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict, for the first time, young influencers were educating people. They were telling people, it has nothing to do with religion. This is something to do with political conflict, and this is what is happening. The influencers that either supported either of the side, especially the American side, some of them had to put their Instagram on private so that the comments will not come to them. Many influencers have been doing that. Many influencers. TikTok is holding the governments accountable.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
And we are watching, bro. We can actually somebody's asking, what connection do you have with Thomas Sankara, bro? Yeah. I mean, the moment I saw that picture, and that's an amazing background you have there. Just keep that. I love that background. That's an amazing background because it comes with knowledge. Even whatever you're talking about, even Thomas Sankara should be proud of whatever he is. Let me say this now. When TikTok came back in 2017, all these major companies looked at TikTok as a joke. You know what they say? They said, it's a dancing app. Right?
Yeah.
That's what everybody say. Oh, be very careful about what you ignore. And by the way, it's in the scripture, right?
Exactly.
You know about that stone? The stone that you stamp on becomes a what? Becomes a cornerstone. So when TikTok started, when the TikTok came, they're like, oh, come on, man. Okay. This is just a dancing app. And all these, and Google were comfortable, and Meta and Facebook were all comfortable until COVID hit. And everything else started changing. Okay. And TikTok just took off. Let me actually run you through some statistics for those who are watching. Everybody, welcome to Vote TV. If you're new here, follow the host as we continue to grow. This is a home of love, knowledge, motivation, inspiration. 29% of Democrats use TikTok. 22% of independents use TikTok. And 19% Republicans use TikTok. Are you guys connecting this? 170 million Americans are on TikTok, bro. Do you know when this news came out that they want to ban TikTok? Kids were out here crying. Basil, thank you. Children were crying.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you know how many small businesses in America right now have their clientele on TikTok and they're able to put food on the table because of this app?
Very many of them. Very many.
Many. We're watching interviews every day. People say like, yo, I run my business on TikTok. 90% of my revenue is coming from TikTok. All this stuff. So this thing, the attempt to ban TikTok in the United States of America, I believe will backfire big time. It's going to backfire. Yeah. Did it pass in the House? Yes, it did pass in the House.
Yes.
Is it going to pass in the Senate? I have my second thoughts. Because the Senate operates differently than the Congress, Galma. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But it's a wake-up call. Because it's also happening during election year, and it's politics involved.
Yeah, exactly.
They're saying it could be because of this disinformation and yada, yada, yada. But this is just, if you ask me, and I actually said this back in 2020, this is two countries flexing their muscle. This is America telling China, you can cheat on us. And China is telling you on the other end, yo, we control data. We can run this.
Yeah.
You're talking about, I want us to, Gamma, let's take people back to 20. When did Kenya have the elections? Back in, was it last year? 2022.
Yeah.
The biggest company that was running the presidential campaign was in the UK, and they were getting their data from Facebook.
Cambridge Analytica, yes.
Cambridge Analytica. Are you familiar with that company? The same company, Cambridge Analytica, was actually used in 2020 when they had the elections in 2016. And that company, that's why it had to be canceled, had to be brought down when it came out that they were getting their data from Facebook. Let me read this comment from TikTok bought musical.ly app, thank you, based company, which used to be more of a dancing app. Nubia saying New York is coming to Nairobi.
you know, Vu.
Yeah.
It's very sad, and people should know this is when Americans allegedly said that there was an interference in their election in 2016, TikTok was not there. They allegedly used the Russians and everything, and basically Facebook was the cornerstone of disinformation back then. TikTok was not there. 2020 election, TikTok had nothing to do. Joe Biden won clear and square. So,
and now here we are, 2024, 8 years later, and now they're trying to put it like, oh, TikTok, you're gonna be the cause of disinformation for the elections.
You know, there is what we call.
Drop your comments. Listen, drop your comments and get this guy. Listen, for those of us who are in America, we need to get this guy a cup of coffee from Starbucks right now. We're gonna ship him some Frappuccino. The knowledge, yo.
Thank you,
Gamma, you're making Kenyans so proud today, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. It's because of your platform that we are able to share such kind of information. I mean,
absolutely.
No kind of mainstream media would have allowed me at 12:57 p.m. in Kenyan time to give me this platform. I mean, no, nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, as I will say is, whatever is happening is that even though it's bad, the former chancellor of Germany, the guy who killed a lot of people, he said, he who controls the media controls the mind of the people. That is what he said.
Yes, that's exactly what he did.
And you control the media, you control the mind of the people, you control what they say, you control what they believe in, you control everything they do. Honestly, that is it. And as we are moving forward as Americans, for the first time, Americans, they value their tabloids. New York Times, Washington Post, Wall Street, Bloomberg. They value their tabloids.
Wall Street Journal. Yo!
No. So Vu, all those sources of information have been overtaken by TikTok.
All of them.
All of them. And you know, cable news network, ABC News, MSNBC, all of them, they have lost their viewership to TikTok, because anyone can be a journalist on TikTok. Anyone can be a forensic analyst on TikTok, as you have the evidence.
Yes.
Anyone. The other day, I mean, anyone can analyze anything on TikTok, and it will change.
Yes.
Nobody is going to censor you.
Yes. By the way, talk about that. Let me ask my folks as we continue. This is, by the way, today I'm not taking any other guests today. By the way, so you all better chill and listen.
Okay.
I may gonna best this knowledge right here. Let me tell you this. There's a lady on TikTok. Her name is Risa Tisa. Who knows Risa Tisa? Of course he knows. Anybody knows Risa Tisa? She started this series called Who the Fuck